I think the market's going a lot higher. I think we're going to go to all-time highs. And, I think my prediction that we'll never get back to 70K is going to be accurate. So I'm very bullish. I don't think you need to waste your time with Dogecoins. So I think you're going to have an absolute stampede into Bitcoin. And yeah, it's not going to happen today, but it's going to happen in the next 90 days now, right? July, August, September. This thing's going to happen by September. So you just got to look ahead, 90 days. You don't want to wait for it to happen. You want to get in before it happens.
Renowned investor and mathematician Fred Krueger predicts we are up for a massive Bitcoin bull run by September 2024. Krueger bases this prediction on inflation numbers being low, and the Fed is likely to announce rate cuts in the next couple of meetings. He believes that once rate cuts are announced, there will be a stampede into Bitcoin as people look for a better place to put their money. We will now bring you clips of his discussion. Please take some time to like this video and subscribe to the channel to show your support. Thanks and enjoy.
I think we are definitely now sensing rate cuts, and once the sense gets a little stronger, we're just going to blast through every single known resistance level that's ever been on the charts of Bitcoin. We're going to go into 75,000, 80,000. We're just going to blast off, right? Because rate cuts is the final holdback, right? As long as interest rates are 5.5%, you can think that they're going to be 5.5% for the next 3-4 years. You can hold your cash, right? Because the cash is not burning a hole in your pocket. Right now it's earning you a little bit more than inflation. But if cash is going from 5.5% on the way down to 2%, which is probably what it's going to do, because certainly if Trump gets in, that's absolutely what's going to happen. People are going to feel that they need to put their money to work. And what better place to put it to work than the top performing asset of 2024, top performing asset class, which is Bitcoin. So I think you're going to have an absolute stampede into Bitcoin. And yeah, it's not going to happen today, but it's going to happen in the next 90 days now, right? July, August, September. This thing's going to happen by September. So you just got to look ahead, 90 days. You don't want to wait for it to happen. You want to get in before it happens. I think the market's going a lot higher. I think we're going to go to all-time highs. And, I think my prediction that we'll never get back to 70K is going to be accurate. So I'm very bullish. I don't think you need to waste your time with Dogecoins. If you want to put a couple $100,000 in Dogecoins, like Michael Douglas said in the movie, go right ahead. Try not to lose it. But the real money is going to be in Bitcoin. So just get prepared, get your positions, don't screw around. Get going. You have no more time to do this. Once that rate cut gets announced, that's it. We're done.
Overall, Krueger believes that the price will go much higher in the next 90 days and recommends that viewers get into Bitcoin before the rate cuts are announced. In his other recent video, Krueger argues that the surge in US government spending and easy money printing during the COVID-19 pandemic led to a spending spree by Americans who exhausted their savings. With savings depleted, the economy is vulnerable, and a new stimulus program might be necessary to avoid a collapse. Krueger blames the banking system for profiting from this situation by charging high interest rates on loans while offering minimal interest rates on savings accounts. This, according to Krueger, is a broken system. However, Krueger argues that Bitcoin is the ultimate answer to this problem. Take a look at what he says.
It's really amazing what happened if you look at COVID, right? So the first year of COVID, from 2020 to 21, basically Trump started printing money like crazy, and we were sitting at home. We didn't have anything to do, so we saved most of that money that he printed, and our savings went way up. And then the floodgates were opened in 2021, And guess what happened? We kept on printing under Biden, and we printed and printed and printed and printed, and we just went on a spending spree, and we just exhausted all our savings, right? Very simple graph. And that really explains what's going on. Now we have no savings left. So, if we don't have some kind of new massive stimulus program, we're basically going to go broke here. So just to show this in a different way, this is the debt overall. I made a mistake. I deleted the tweet, but we haven't quite doubled in our debt in 4 years. But we did go up from, let's say 23,000 to 34,000. So over 50% we've increased in 4 years, which means that we're doubling every 7 years right now. The entire U.S. debt is doubling every 7 years, and I would argue that we haven't really even seen the final impact of that because these rates have not really percolated into the debt yet. So yeah, that's where we are. Americans have just gone on a spending spree. We've kind of exhausted all our savings. First of all, we went and bought refrigerators and stoves during COVID because it was all nesting. Now we're going out and just filling up restaurants at absurd prices, and that's what we do until we run out of money. Meanwhile, the banks are not doing terrible. So let's look at the banks. I just put it in a Boston zip code. I don't live in Boston. But if you look at the Chase savings account, they're basically giving you a 0.1% interest rate, and they're getting 5.5% interest rate. So they got a great business. They do absolutely nothing. They gouge you 5% of your entire savings every year. And that's Chase's business model now. They don't do anything. So sure, they're doing fine. Everybody else who's actually trying to do anything is struggling. So basically, I think that this system is completely and utterly broken. And we're going to probably elect Trump again, and interest rates are going to come down. That's going to give everybody a new stimulus and new lease on life, but the system just doesn't work. And that's why I think, getting Bitcoin where it's 1 out of 21 million, I think that's going to work. And I think it's just that simple.
Meanwhile, Fred Krueger is not the only expert investor anticipating greater all-time highs for Bitcoin this year. Industry leaders have made bold predictions about Bitcoin's price, foreseeing significant gains due to various market factors. Krueger Zaid, CEO of BitGet, predicts Bitcoin will reach $90,000 to $100,000 within 6 months, citing increasing interest from traditional asset holders as the primary driver. Wei Zhu, CEO of Coins PH, shares an even more optimistic outlook, forecasting Bitcoin to hit $100,000 by the end of the year, potentially rising to $300,000 in the next 2 to 3 years and possibly exceeding $1 million in 5 years. Zhou attributes this expected growth to adoption of Bitcoin ETFs and heightened institutional and retail interest. Lawrence Linker, CEO of XD Academy, envisions Bitcoin reaching $150,000, though he notes the possibility of a pullback to around $85,000. He believes the market will cross the $100,000 mark as conditions align favorably. Joseph Lajarde, known as the WizKid Trader, predicts a range of $80,000 to $100,000 based on favorable macroeconomic factors such as low oil prices and decreasing inflation. Fermin D. Barrenechea, the third co-founder of Musings, expects Bitcoin to surpass $100,000, referencing the stock-to-flow model, which suggests that $100,000 is a conservative estimate. With all of that said, do you have a similar prediction? And do you think Fred Krueger will be right about the impact of potential Fed rate cuts? Share your thoughts in the comments below and continue the discussion. If you found today's video informative and would like more insights and updates on cryptocurrency and global finance, please consider liking the video, subscribing to our channel, and enabling post notifications. Be sure to stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll uncover more about the fascinating developments in the crypto space. Until then, keep questioning, exploring, and most importantly, investing wisely. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.